All right, we are back at 16:40 a.m. This is the show, Utah Home Sweet Home. We are talking with Tyrone Smith, the receiver of the University of Utah. And now, the topic for today is mindset. Having a strong mind, obviously throughout life when you run into challenging obstacles, and there are some people that let these obstacles get the better of them and unfortunately, may not ever take further action on getting out or improving, and there's others that will learn from these obstacles and become stronger. And so mindset is the topic of the day, but now, I'm kind of excited. I love watching greatness, right? I think my favorite show, if you can call it a show, I'm not sure what you would call it, only happens every 2 years, which is the Olympics, right? And it's only every 2 years because it's, if you follow just the Summer Olympics, it's every 4 years, but they stagger winter and summer. So every 2 years, I tune in for 2 weeks straight, nonstop, watching the best in the world at certain crafts. I'm fascinated by greatness. I love watching greatness. And for me, it's one of the things that drives me to be greater, to see someone so great, pushing the human limits, that I think, man, I'm so far behind. I got a lot of work to do, right? And watching greatness is one of the biggest motivators that I like to for me to do to keep my mind strong. Ironically, Muhammad Ali, watching some of his promotions back in the day when he used to fight, are some of the things that I like to watch to get me in the right state of mind, because a lot of people might say that was cocky, and it might have been, and I guess how you define cocky, but what I saw was extreme confidence, right? And you have to make your mind confident if you're going to be able to go out and push what makes you uncomfortable. If you go out there and basically live life not being uncomfortable, that means you didn't grow, right? Like I tell people all day, I tell people all this all the time that are wanting to learn how to do real estate. You're going to have to make cold calls, you're going to have to door knock, you're going to have to, basically talk to strangers and see if they want to sell their house to you, and some of them are going to slam the door in your face. But if you didn't do anything that made you uncomfortable today and you lived the entire day comfortable, you didn't grow that day. Somehow you had to be uncomfortable, whether it was out on the field running sprints to your heart's pounding, lifting tires, as you were telling us before the show. You were uncomfortable part of that day. You grew as an athlete that day. Whether it's the mind, whether it's the body, if you're not uncomfortable, you didn't grow that day. And so I like watching confidence that people portray, which is I love the Olympics, which is why I loved watching, I still love watching promotions of Muhammad Ali. Watching him fight, you could see he's confident, but I love to see what he had to say before the fight. Because it didn't matter if he was the favorite or not the favorite. The guy, in his own mind, believed he'd win, right? And that's where it starts. So because I love watching this stuff, I love watching the Olympics, what these athletes kind of do before, they hit the starting line or go or whatever. Always fascinated with these game day rituals. Tyrone, do you have a personal game day ritual that you do? Maybe it's something you get up in the morning and start with, or maybe it starts right before the game. Do you have anything like that you practice?
Nothing too specific. Me, I'm indecisive with many things. One game I'll be one way, another game I'll be another, and it shows. In the game you can tell. Like it's like a different person sometimes. But it does start from pregame. It starts from the day before, that getting that good night rest. Just surrounding your mind with positive things and things like that. Sometimes you have to, like you said, you're talking about getting uncomfortable. You somehow have to use that because it gives you that adrenaline. So like there's, for prime example, say my first game in college, it was versus Michigan, home, and like I was nervous, like I had jitters and everything, and then after like the first couple of plays, they kind of like lingered out. I was like, okay, this is pretty normal, but I kind of wish I held on to them a little longer, because it kind of would have, it kind of makes you, everything you do it harder,
right?
Because you're just like panic mode. Just go. So it can hurt you, but it can help you. So trying to find that balance, because that time it was I was in too much panic mode. Compared to like my sophomore year, I had a game where I was like so relaxed. Like I didn't feel anything. It was just like, I'm gonna just go out there and play. but you could see it because my body language, it looked like I was nonchalant. It was kind of like I was going through the motions. So and the difference between both of those was one time, the first game that I had, I was listening to like music, like more like up, like tempo music. And compared to the other game, it was like
Adele.
Yeah. It was softer music, and it was just like, man, I gotta find that balance. So now for this year, like I said, it was more so about me before. Now it's not about me. I mean, for me, I'm working on just dedicating like as much as my life as I can to God. Like it's all for God. So for the game now, like my new ritual will be, you know, going through my Bible and, you know, just going through that and just learning more about just like faith, you know.
Yeah.
They say what is it? Fear is the failure of faith. So like, you know, when you have those, when you have that fear, you know, obviously you're lacking faith in something. So if I go out there and I'm scared, then it's obviously I'm lacking faith in what I like in my ability. So I probably didn't work as hard, whatever the case is. But if I go out there and I have faith, I can have jitters, you know, stuff like that. That's normal, you know.
Yeah.
But like I said, I want to use it as momentum. So I kind of try to get myself there.
Yeah.
So pretty much, yeah. It's really like I said, it's all for Him. Like I've learned that like in the past couple of years, like it's like I said, it's not about me. It's about doing whatever I can to put His name first and give back to Him.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Is there anything specific that you'll eat on game day that you feel just gives you the most energy, so you don't fade out and get tired? Oatmeal, pasta.
Yeah, I'm big on oatmeal.
Snickers.
Yeah, it's hard because, you know, we have our pregame meal. So if we say we have a game at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Pregame meal is probably like 3, 2. So you have your pregame meal and then you go to the stadium, and then we're at the stadium 3 hours prior to the game. So we're there before everybody, you know.
Yeah.
It's empty when we get there. So it's sometimes that food, if you don't eat enough, it doesn't hang on. Some people get nervous before games, so they can't eat a lot, and it kind of catches up to them in the game. You see some people with cramp, like they'll cramp, or they don't have the energy. So it's pretty much, I have to dive deeper into what I should eat. I know for me, carbs are really good because they sit in me pretty well for some reason, and less meat because I don't want to feel like heavy in the game. So more carbs for me is like the best, and then I'll just snack throughout. So I'll probably pick a time like every hour just to snack, you know, just a little bit, maybe if it's like some crackers or some fruit, something that could just stay in me, but I don't want to be too full before the game, and I don't want to be on an empty tank. So yeah, probably like pasta and stuff will be something that I'll be eating this time. Gotcha.
You know, I loved how you used the word panic, giving you the jitters. It's almost like a panic, and it took me back when you said that word. Oh gosh, this is a long time ago, maybe like 15, 20-ish years ago. I went to Pamplona, Spain, and ran with the Bulls.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I went with 2 of my buddies here. You know, we grew up with them. We went to high school with them here in Salt Lake, and I was living in New York City at the time. They were both living here in Salt Lake, and one of them called me up and said, "Hey, we're thinking about doing just a tour of Europe." And we did a lot of Europe. We went to flew into London and made our way to France and Spain and just kind of all over the place. But the whole trip was surrounded about running with the Bulls. Oh wow. And it's such a party, it's such a festivity that you don't feel nervous because, well, first of all, I was too stupid to know I should be nervous, right? And we got to it's a mile route where these bulls run, and they run it in like 4 minutes. The bulls, they're fast. I mean, they're big animals, but they go fast. And somebody, we get there and someone says, "Hey, listen, if you want to have the ultimate experience, start your running with the bulls at the beginning of the mile because they're not tired and they're powerful and they're going to be explosive versus at the end where they're kind of tired and they're going to be slower." So me and my 2 buddies were like, "Oh, yeah, we want the ultimate experience." So we're about 100 yards from the gate because it's just packed. I mean, it's just full of people, right? And that's as close as we could get. And you know that you're not going to run with them the whole time because they run faster than I don't run a 4-minute mile, right? And so, and literally there's like a cannon that goes off so that everybody knows they've been released. And you're just kind of sitting there, and everyone starts sidestepping, like looking back, sidestepping away. And then I think what happens is the bulls become visible.
Yeah.
And then it's pure panic.
Yeah.
Everybody panics and goes, holy cow, what am I doing? And then everybody turns around because there's like 6 of them taking the whole lane. And so it's a small little street in Spain, right? It's not like this big highway, I-215, 6 lanes deep. It's just a little street. And everyone goes into freaking panic. And then what happens is you feel their panic, so you panic. Because you're like, oh my gosh, everyone's panicking. This is not good. What ends up happening is more people get hurt by people than the bulls. Because then you just start getting, they're trying to survive, right?
Exactly.
So all of a sudden I feel this panic, I turn around, I start running full speed ahead as fast as I can, and literally I'm running faster than people in front of me, and what's happening is everybody who runs faster starts pushing over the people in front of them. So like, not like I wanted to hurt anybody, but I was like hitting people in the back so to get them to move, but some of them were falling because of my hit in the back. I felt like a fullback, right? Trying to save my life. And so when you use the word panic, I totally what you mean. Those jitters came in and I performed. I probably would have scored a touchdown if I was playing for the U at the time. That panic made me nonstop. All right, well, does the team have any game day rituals that you guys get together? I mean, obviously, coach is getting you hyped up before the game, but anything else?
Before the game, yeah, we have our pregame meal, and then we'll have a talk. We'll have, so the coaches, everybody will get in a room, and then we'll play a highlight video of the game before. So, yeah, they'll pretty much get you pumped up. So it's just like a pump-up video. So, which is really nice because you get to see, like, things that happened good the week before. It's just like, it's very encouraging to do the same. Or if you didn't make a play, it's like, okay, I want to make a play. I want to be on a highlight video. So, we'll do that. And then it's really, usually it's really quiet. And that's the difference between, like, here and when I was in high school, we were always loud.
Yeah.
Before the game, we had our music blasting. It was loud from the morning to the game was over. It was always just like, everybody was going crazy and just having a good time. More like a party compared to here. It's more quiet. It's about business, and it's, just calm before the storm. Coach talks about that as well. Just being calm and just relax. Don't use all that energy like before, to save it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's usually, we'll watch the highlight video that kind of gets you going. Yeah. And then that's when we get on the buses and come to the stadium.
Got it.
So, and then when we come to the stadium, it's, it's pretty much you're on your own after that. You go and start warming up, and whatever ritual you want to do from there is on you. Can't play music in the locker room because everybody's variety of music is different. Yeah. So, just bring your own headphones, and go on the field and get started. Nice.
Awesome. All right, Tyrone, well, we're at the end of our show. Where can people follow you on social media if they want to stay in tune with you? I mean, this is your senior year, so next year could be a number of opportunities. Maybe the NFL. I've heard you throw around boxing. Mm-hmm. So I know I'm going to be following you. I already do. Where can people follow you?
My Instagram, man, I haven't been on it in a while. I think it's either Tyrone Young Smith or Tyjay Young Smith. So Tyjay and then Young and Smith. Or if that doesn't pop up, then you can look for T-Boney, Tboney.
Oh yeah.
So it usually will pop up on there. I don't have any football stuff on there. It's like an account that I just kind of keep more private. But yeah, I haven't been on in a while, so if you do follow me, and I don't follow back. It's not personal.
How about Facebook? Do you do anything on Facebook?
Facebook, I don't even remember my Facebook. Honestly. Okay. I haven't been on social media in a minute now. I've been kind of away from it. So.
Got it.
Yeah, it's just Instagram.
Got it. Okay. Excellent. Well, Tyrone, thanks so much for joining me on the show today. I really appreciate it.
No problem.
And you guys have been listening to the show, Utah Home Sweet Home. This is K-Talk Radio 1640 AM. I hope you all have a spectacular rest of the day.